About 98% of us, and it goes up from there to where the bonobo is up around 99.6% of us. You know the bonobos? They stand upright. They make love to anything.
Sounds like us.
Boys and girls, boys and girls, mothers and children. They make love to trees, bushes, fire hose. They don't care. They make, if there's a war, they make love. If there's a fight, they make love. If there's an argument, they make love. If something good happens, they make love. If there's food, they make love. Their answer to everything is make love. And that's our closest relative. And we're ignoring this message sent to us. Like you're fertile practically constantly, half the year. I mean, it's just stupid. Okay, if we instead go and say, what else could we use? We could look at food. Ah, that would be interesting. Somehow these guys know what to eat. We're wondering what to eat. And what we find out is that these guys eat veg and fruit. These guys eat fruit and veg. Why does the gorilla not eat more fruit?
Because he cannot climb so much in the trees?
Because 500-pound gorilla out on a skinny branch, it just doesn't work all that well. Can you imagine a 500-pound gorilla out on the edge of a skinny branch trying to get a piece of fruit? That's a recipe for disaster. They can't get it. So they eat what they can get, which is a lot of vegetation. Have you ever seen a gorilla, even on TV? Here's a gorilla. With a belly out to here. And if there's sound in the picture, you hear they're struggling. Their belly is full of wind. They're not pooping, they're full of wind. Because they're trying to live on vegetables and they can't digest the fiber. We cannot digest cellulose. None of us. We eat it, but we can't digest it. It passes through us undigested. And they're trying to live off cellulose. So the bacteria in their gut works a little extra and it gets something out of the cellulose. But in return, it gives them wind like nobody's business. But if you put them in a zoo, I'm not suggesting we should, but when we put them in a zoo and we give them more fruit, they'll always take fruit over vegetable. They'd rather have fruit. They just can't get it. So they get what they can. But the orangutan eats much more fruit than leaves. What's the predominant food in the jungle? Leaves. There's leaves everywhere. But the orangutan says, no, I want fruit. I'm gonna look. It's worth the search. There's a biologist, a zoologist, I guess you'd call her, named Morton. Won't even ask me her first name, I'll make something up. So there's a zoologist named Morton. She has written books theorizing about animal intelligence. And she's come up with two theories about why the chimpanzee, who eats even more fruit and less veg, and why the bonobo, who eats even more fruit, and they eat a little veg, Why? How come they're so smart? And she's come up with two theories. She's found, not that she made them up, she's found two theories. One, they got smart and then they started eating fruit because eating fruit gives them more calories per bite. 4 to 10 times as much calories per bite as eating leaves. They got smart somehow. And then they started eating fruit because it was the smarter thing to do. It's not her favorite. Her favorite is that in order to find fruit in season that doesn't have some chimpanzees or tigers or somebody else that's keeping them away from the fruit, it's not some farmer's fruit, but it's accessible fruit. In order to find fruit in thousands of square acres of terrain that they've been once or twice in their life and re-find that fruit. Oh, remember the fruit where we all got sick and fell out of the trees and got hurt? Not that fruit, but the fruit that was really good. Oh, those figs were just amazing. Did anybody eat figs yesterday? Or was it just me?
Yeah.
I'm still on yesterday's figs.
Yeah.
Come on. I know. So she's got this theory that the thing that made the bonobos and the chimps so smart was that they had to make so many decisions. They had to remember so much stuff to find that tree that's only in season once a year and be there on the right day. And it looks just like that other fruit that, oh, remember Joey, he died when he ate that fruit. We shouldn't eat that one again, you know. Whatever it was, there's so many decisions in categorizing and catching and collecting and getting to the right place at the right time. I mean, they know every tree for hectare after hectare after hectare. They know exactly where they are. Unbelievable. There's so much in, as opposed to, oh yeah, here's leaves. Oh yeah, oh look, there's leaves. You don't have to be very smart to find leaves. If you're a sloth, you found leaves, man. You're in the tree. There's leaves. That's all they need to know. But to find fruit, you got to get smart. Have anybody picked any fruit off a tree? You got to get smart. You got to become discerning. It's not just any old fruit. You want the piece of fruit. Whereas with leaves, you just go, yeah, that leaf will do. Yeah, that leaf will do. If we're eating off of that tree, we're not really caring which leaf it is. So that's her theory, Dr. Morton. All of that is preamble. Come on. All of that is preamble to the amble. And that is, why does 80-10-10 work so well? 80-10-10 works so well because of several things. One is called